Most people in this world are blind to the intelligence some people know about crazy hoaxes, conspiracies, and mysteries around them in our world today. We are here to show you some of the most known propagandas today. Supposedly, scientists are saying that there are alien-like species on the moon watching humankind. This seems absurd and unrealistic, but there is a reason behind that. For years, researchers claim there to be structure-like objects on the moon, ranging from mysterious pyramids to tower and glass dome-like structures. In the book Dark Mission: The Secret History of NASA, Hoagland explains how NASA and the media are both highly determined to keep whatever is seen on the moon a secret from the media. In America especially, the media has been suspicious to many citizens for reasons like hiding and faking important facts or events. For example, in 2003, Fox News was interviewed and found to have widespread public misperceptions about the Iraq War. Citizens were informed that the U.S. had evidence showing that Saddam Hussein and Iraq were involved in the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center. This shows that a majority of what American citizens' misperceptions come from depends on the source of news that they get their information from. The Illuminati is an anonymous society of people all over the world. Their intention is to oppose superstition, obscurantism, religious influence over public and life, and abuses the state of power. People are most familiar with the Illuminati because of their crazy, believable conspiracy theories. Members of the Illuminati mastermind events and sometimes are planted in government and corporations to gather the most information. Members of the Illuminati are almost anywhere. People you would never know or expect have some part in the group. Celebrities like Jay-Z, Miley Cyrus, Kanye West, and Taylor Swift are allegedly affiliated with the Illuminati. Their role is to rule the world and eventually create a new world order. For examples, 9/11 was planned out professionally and executed by the US government and under Bush's control. Sounds impossible, huh? Who would ever believe in that? The New World Order is Illuminati's name for the ultimate goal of world domination. They view many historical events and current events as steps to achieve this goal through secret political gatherings. There are many people in the world today that are curious about expanding their limited consciousness of things in their brains. These people crave a different perspective on existence. The perfect thing for them is psychedelics. Illegal psychedelic drugs like lysergic acid ditryptamine and psilocybin are taken by researchers looking at ways the drugs expand your mind, and spiritual people like shamans. Shamans are wise people who claim to have access to influence the world of good and evil spirits. Many people are influenced by these drugs as well. For example, John Lennon from the Beatles says that his experience on lysergic acid ditryptamine changed his views on the world, and he expresses himself through his music.
In 1939, the Radio Corporation of America tells what television will bring you. This was the year mass amounts of people in New York started worrying about television. As the time went by, the television entertained the public. It became more advanced. More and more channels and stations began to develop. More satellites were sent out to the space as the consuming world became interested in the media. This formed the virtual illusion of TV's world. The number of TV sets boosted from 6,000 in 1946 to more than 12 million in 1951. Back in 1983, there were about 50 companies that produced television for the public. Now there are 6 corporations controlling and creating what the entire world sees and hears. Studies showed that the average viewer takes in 28 hours of changing colors from a black box. Television prevents us from communicating with each other as it demands silence and attention. Much of what we see on TV is propaganda and psychological warfare. The corruption in this country has reached critically alarming levels. The effect of this mind control is truly mind-blocking. There are certain conclusions that we accept as uncontrovertible, which in fact have been planted into our collective psyche through propaganda.
A GMO is a genetically modified organism. Any organism that is alive can essentially be genetically engineered. GMFs are a source of food to the public. Since the demand for food is high, the population rising, the government researched genetic foods and found it cheap to be made, as well as the speed of produced crops almost doubled. GMOs were introduced around 1966. There are extremely enormous health risks that come along with these. The percentage of Americans with 3 or more chronic illnesses went from 7% to 13% in the last 9 years. Food allergies skyrocketed, as well as other biological issues such as increasing fertility rate with kids born with autistic disorders. A study on female rats showed disorders in reproducing the female's body did not have nutrition to produce an egg. The American Academy of Environmental Health Medicine does not believe GM foods are safe to consume. The AAEM reported that in several animal studies, serious health risks were indicated to be associated with GM foods. The hypothesized long-term effect would lead to allergies, toxins, new diseases, and nutritional problems. The world continues to grow genetic food. In the year 2026, the soil will run low of nutrition to give to the plant. The producers will not be as efficient for our energy needs, as well as be heavily intoxicated. Our food will not only be toxic with genetic chemicals, but there will also be a shortage of fertile growing fields.